All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another live stream on Woo English. My name is Hamza, as you can see here, and as always, I will be your host in another live stream. So today's live stream actually will be just a kind of review of what we saw in the previous sessions about grammar. And basically, we will start with the two tenses that we have already covered. So far, we have covered the present simple, the past simple, the present continuous, and the past continuous. And today, we will start by the present continuous versus the present simple. So we will see what is the difference between the two, when do we use each one of them, and we will just review what we already covered about these two sentences. So I will wait for more people to join. I can see that Amin is already waiting for us. So Amin, hello to you. If you are still there, let us know. And for the rest of you, so once you join, please let us know where are you joining us from. Make sure you say hello in the chat so we know who is joining us, and so we can know when we can start. I see some new people here in the chat today. I have Majid, for example, in the chat. Hello to you, Majid, and Amin. And meanwhile, while I'm waiting for more people to join, I just want to remind you that we are having free ebooks on our website wooenglish.com. I will very quickly guide you through the website. Maybe some of you would love to see what we have there. So we are offering both paid and free ebooks. So if you go to our website, let me guide you through it. So this is our website, wooenglish.com. You can go to the website, and of course, so we have a lot of books that are like featured on our website, and we keep adding new ebooks every now and then. So please make sure you check our website often so that you can benefit from our free ebooks. If you go here to this section, free ebooks, and then go to free ebooks, you can see that there are new people or new books added every now and then. For example, we have just dropped a new ebook about Malala Yousafzai, if you know her. She is a militant for women's rights. So you can read her book for absolutely free. All you need to do is to go to our website, wooenglish.com, go to ebooks, free ebooks, and then click the book. And once you click the book, you can see that you will find the download button right here. So you can click the button and you can download and enjoy the ebook. All right, so let me see who have joined us so far. Hello to you, Majid. Sakura is here. Hello to you, Sakura. Welcome back. I'm trying to learn new words. Did you think that good to improve my language? All right. So let me interact a little bit with the chat before we can start our session. So I have Majid here is asking every day. Trying to learn more words. Did you think that good way to improve my language? Of course, learning new words every day is a very effective way to learn English. However, you just need to learn these words the right way, because the problem that happens often is that you can learn, for example, 2 3 words, maybe 10 words today, but by tomorrow maybe you have forgotten most of those words. And this is the big problem, which is forgetting, right? That we keep forgetting the words that we learn. So a very important thing to do to solve this problem of forgetting words or forgetting new words that we learn is to learn them in a context. Okay, so what do I mean by context? I mean, for example, learning them through songs, for example, or learning them through stories, and this is what we do here on Woo English. So when you find or when you learn the word in a story, for instance, you will remember it better than if you just find the word randomly, maybe online, or like you hear it somewhere and you want to memorize it. When you like learn it in a story, you have more chances of remembering that word, and there are more chances of that word sticking with you even better. So I hope I answered your question, Majid. Let me know if I did, and if my point was clear for you. So very quickly, let me recapitulate again. So basically, if you want to learn words effectively, it's better to learn them in a context. This context can be a story, or it can be a song, or once you learn, let me give you another tip. For example, imagine today I learned three words. All right, today I learned three words. What I need to do, I should make sure to use them in a small paragraph. Right, I can write, for example, a paragraph about what I did today in my journal. Okay, if you like to journal, and you can use those words that you learned, and this way you make sure that they stick with you. Because if you just keep memorizing them, there is a big chance that you will forget them by the next day or the next week maximum. I see Artyom is here. Hello, Artyom. How are you? And how is life in Russia? I bet it's very cold in there, because here in Morocco, it's very sunny, but it's very cold. But so I can only imagine how cold it is there in Russia. So let me share with you very quickly the topic for today. So today we will just review what we have previously seen, which is the present simple versus the past, or the present simple versus the present continuous. You are always welcome, Majid, and anyone here who has a question about English or about anything related to English, please feel free to ask. I'm here to answer your questions. Oh wow! So Artsim is saying that she hates winter. Interesting. Actually, winter is my favorite season in the month. Indeed, it is very beautiful. That's why I said it's my favorite season. It's very beautiful, like the snow. And though I've never seen snow actually, believe it or not. But I really enjoy like the atmosphere of winter. It's very cozy, and I really enjoy it. Okay, so I will wait a little bit for more people maybe to join. There are less and less people today, unfortunately. So I will wait a little bit maybe for more people to join so that we can start like appropriately. Otherwise, please, while we wait for more people to join, please, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment. I will answer them while we wait for others to join us. And I already have a question um, by Majid again. All right. So, is there a quick way to learn English? Unfortunately, there is no quick way to learn anything. Learning anything will take time, right? So, what is quick? It depends. It really depends. It depends on how much effort you put into learning something. So, I will give you an example. If I do, for example, two activities every day, I will learn like the language relatively faster than if I say I do no activity at all. So it depends. So if I learn English daily every day, I will learn it quicker than if I learn it, for example, once in a week. Uh, I hope you get my ideas. It just depends on how much effort you are putting into learning English, or basically learning anything. This goes with everything. Anything that you want to learn, you want to learn how to draw, you want to learn how to sing. It will take some time, but again, you shouldn't be in a hurry. You give it time. For me, if you ask me, actually, as far as you are making progress, it doesn't matter if it's slow or fast. But the most important thing is that you should see some progress. That's the important thing. Whether you see this progress is fast, whether you think it's slow, it really doesn't matter. There are people who learn very fast, there are people who learn very slow, there are people who love to take their time. So it just depends on your style of learning. But again, of course, it depends on how much effort you also put into learning something. And I think we can start. All right. So as I said, today we will just very quickly compare between the present simple and the present continuous. We have dedicated like a whole live stream for each one of these two tenses. But today I thought maybe instead of going into another tense, maybe we can just indeed, yes. I really love this. So English is a marathon, not a sprint. And I can say that Artium about life in general. Life is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Life in general, not just English, not just learning. Life itself is a marathon. Like it's take your time. And yes. Okay, so as I was saying, so today I thought maybe instead of going like into another topic or another tense, maybe we should slow down a little bit and take our time and review what we have learned before we can see something else. And the first thing that we are going to cover today, the present simple versus the present continuous, is the use. When do we use each one of them? When do we use the present simple? When do we use the present continuous? And this is very simply the question for today that we will start with. When do we use, do you remember some of the uses of the present simple or the present continuous? And I will give you some time to drop your answers in the comment section. I will wait. You can answer me in the comment if you remember the use of the present simple or the use of the present continuous. Any use, because there are a lot of uses for each one of them, so you can share that with us in the comment section. Again, Majid, I hope I answered your question. So, do you remember some uses of the present simple or the present continuous? Any use that you remember, drop it in the chat box. All right, I see more people have joined finally, at last. All right, so now that there are more people who have joined, let me just remind of today's topic: the present simple versus the present continuous. What is the difference between these two tenses that we have already covered, by the way? So we have covered both. You can watch like the live stream for each one of these tenses later on. They are on our YouTube channel. But today we will compare them like in relation to each other. What's the difference? What's the similarity between the two? I already see Amin has revised his lessons very well, so I hope the text is clear, the chat is, or the message is clear. So Amin says, we use the present simple to talk about facts and routines, while we use the present continuous to show actions that are happening right now. And Amin, you couldn't be more right. You are 100% correct. Great. So indeed, we used to talk about facts, routines, and we use the present continuous to talk to show actions that are happening right now, at this moment. As we said before, now means the moment of speaking. So when I use the present continuous, means the action is happening as I'm speaking, all right? Or sometimes in this period that I'm speaking in, right? So in this period. For example, I am learning Spanish. Am I learning it right now at the moment I'm speaking? Of course not. At the moment of speaking, I am revising with you the present simple and the present continuous. But these days, I'm also learning Spanish. I'm also learning Spanish. My friend Gathika is here. Present simple is I go to the temple every day. Great. So what do we call these kind of actions, Gathika? Something that you do every day. There is a name for that, and Amin already gave us that word, which is routines, right? But you are correct. So I like that you clarified the point through an example. That's a very good thing. You can do like Amin did, you can explain, or you can do like Getika did, you can give us examples. So let me probably see one last comment before I go to the next thing. And the kind reminder that today we are comparing the present simple and the present continuous. And the first question that we started with is related to the use. When do we use each one of them? And the question is, do you remember some of the uses of the present simple or the present continuous? Amin already gave us a very wonderful answer. He said the present simple is used for facts, for routines, for yes, and the present continuous is used for actions that are happening right now at this moment of speaking. And Getika gave us a wonderful example. The temple, I go to the temple every day. Saleh, hello to you. I hope you are taking some examples or taking some notes. So thank you for joining. You can share with us anything you know, Saleh. If you know anything, please, you can share. But for the rest of you guys who are watching us, but are who are not sharing with us anything, make sure you interact with us in the chat. This is how you are going to learn English, by the way. It's through using it, all right? Don't be a passive learner, be an active one. It is very important. Even if you make mistakes, what's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna happen. We will correct it. You will learn even better. Present continuous is I'm learning English. So Getika gave us in the first one a present simple example, and now she is giving us a present continuous example. I mean, he is giving us more details. We use the present continuous to talk about some actions for the future. I'm going to the city mall tomorrow. I mean, indeed, fantastic. So the next activity I will give you so this is the present continuous and the present simple, all right? Oops. It's the present, not the past. Sorry, I will correct it right now. That's no, that's a big mistake. I didn't pay attention to this. Okay. Present. Okay, so let me correct this mistake very quickly. I don't know why I didn't see it before. I revised this work more than once, but it's fine. Mistakes happen. It's totally fine. I hope you guys are not mad at me. So I'll just correct it very, very quickly. Okay, so basically I have a number of uses, basically 6 uses for both the present simple and the present continuous. And your task, guys, will be to tell me is this used for the present simple or the present continuous. So for example, number 1, we have habits. So your task will be to tell me is this the present simple or the present continuous. So what do you think? So I will just very quickly correct these mistakes. Share this tab instead. Okay, great. So number 1, all right, let's just, okay, number 1, so the present simple or the present continuous. So number 1, habits. So when we want to talk about habits, do we use the present simple or the present continuous? And this is just a kind message very quickly that just the way I made the mistake, please make sure you also make some mistakes in the chat so that I don't feel like the only one making mistakes here. Okay, so Getika says, or Amin says first, Amin says, for habits, we use the present simple. Getika says for the present for habits, we use also the present simple. Iman is here again. So she says we use the present simple to talk about habits. All right, let's see. Indeed. So for habits, we use the present simple. And I also included an example. For instance, every day I wake up at 8 a.m. this is an example, or this is a habit that I have, for example. So if I want to talk about it, I should use the present simple. Great. What about number two? Scheduled future action. And by scheduled, I mean it followed a schedule or a time program. So an action that I know exactly the time when it will happen. For example, the time at which the flight will go, the airplane will go, the time at which the train will arrive. These are very very scheduled actions, right? Or the time at which the live stream will start. These are well timed or scheduled action. That's what we mean. So if I want to talk about an action that is scheduled, timed in the future, so we know exactly when it will happen. Or let me give you an example. Should we say the train will come, or the train comes at 2:30, or the train is coming at 2:30? Amin says number two is the present continuous. Okay. What about the rest of you guys? So what about number two? What do you think? Scheduled actions, or what is the tense that you think we should use with the present continuous? Iman says the present simple. So I have two answers already. Is it the present simple or the present continuous for number two? When there is an action that I know the time of, the live stream starts at 2 p.m., or the live stream is starting at 2 p.m. Which one? Amin says number two is the present continuous. Getika joins Amin and says present continuous, while Iman sticks to her answer, the present simple. All right. Let's discover. It was Iman's answer. Okay, great. So for scheduled times or scheduled actions in the future, if we know the exact time, we should use the present simple. All right, if we know the exact time. So I should say, tomorrow the train starts or the train departs at 3, for example. It's a very specific action. We will see another type of action where we use the present continuous. So scheduled future action, we always use the present. We always use the present simple. Okay. So for instance, I have an example here. The match starts at 2:45 p.m. I know exactly when or the time at which the match will start, so I use the present simple. Now, question number or case number three: actions happening now, right now, at the moment of speaking. Actions happening now. Present simple or present continuous? What do you guys think? All right. Amin says for number three, any action that is happening right now, we use the present continuous. Getika says continuous. Okay, so the present continuous. What about the rest of you guys? Drop your comments or drop your answers or guesses in the chat so that we can move on. For actions that are happening at this moment as I speak, do I use the present simple or the present continuous? Is it we learn English right now or we are learning English right now? Which one? Technically, both. Are you sure? I mean, we learn English. We learn English right now. All right, let's discover. Actually, it's the present continuous. And I mean, actually, in this case, not both. We never use the present simple to talk about right now. This never happens. So whenever you want to talk about something that is happening at the moment that you are speaking, we never say, I learn English now. we say I am learning English right now, right? Whenever you hear the present sim or the present continuous, you should or the present simple, it gives either it's a fact or it's a habit, all right, that's happening. Hussein also answered my question. Hello to you, Hussein. First, we are learning, indeed. Okay, Getika, for this one, for this one, is it? Are you talking about the number 4? So scientific facts. If I want to talk about scientific facts, should I use the present simple or the present continuous? Scientific facts, something that is true, and we know that is true uh, by science. Should we use the present simple or the present continuous? And please make sure you write the number of the case so that I know. Okay, number 4. So for number 4, Getika says, number 4, if I want to talk about scientific facts, we should use the present continuous. Getika, you are an expert in giving examples. Can you give me an example about a scientific fact using the present continuous? Because Amin says actually we use the present simple. So Amin doesn't agree with you. Of course, I know it's the present continuous. So can you give me an example, Getika, since you love giving examples about a scientific fact using the present continuous? And we will see if it sounds correct or no. All right, Hussein says scientific fact equals the present simple. This is a scientific fact for Hussein, that scientific facts use the present simple. This in itself is a scientific fact. All right, Artyom says for number 4, it's the present. But Artyom, which present? Present simple or present continuous? Which one of them? So is it the present simple or is it the present continuous? It will be present in any case. So let us know. Where is Iman? Iman, wake up. Same for the rest of you guys. Where is Majid? Where is Saleh? Come on, guys. Wakey, wakey. And I'm waiting for my examples, Getika. I didn't forget. So please, can you give me, since you said it's the present continuous, can you give me an example of a scientific fact using the present continuous? That will be very interesting. Because actually, I will reveal it. Actually, oops, there is a tiny mistake there. For scientific facts, actually, we use the present. Oh, yes. For scientific facts, we use the present simple. Yes. So we use the present simple. For example, water boils at. Indeed. Okay. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So if you heat water and it reaches 100 degrees, it starts boiling. When you see those bubbles in the water, that's what we mean by uh, boil, okay? Basically, this is a scientific fact because never will water get or be heated into 100 degrees and not boil or freeze, for example. Another scientific fact: water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, let me give you another example. Water freezes. Freezes means it becomes ice, right? Or it becomes snow. So it becomes ice at 0 degrees. Again, this is a scientific fact. If you cool water and it reaches 0 degrees, it will not boil, it will freeze. This will always happen, right? Can you guys drop some other scientific facts in the comment? If you know any other scientific facts, let me know in the chat. Give me some other scientific facts using the present simple. So if you know any other scientific facts, let us know in the chat. Share with us any other scientific facts that you know. All right, I really love this example by Amin. So, fish live in the ocean. And let me give you a tiny tip, Amin. The plural of fish is fish, right? It doesn't change. So, I can say one fish, two fish, right? Three fish. It absolutely doesn't change, actually, right? So, fish live in the ocean, right? But I completely agree. This is a very good example, and indeed, yes, this is a it's correct. It's a scientific fact and it uses the present simple. All right, let us now move to the next one. Number five, future actions. And please make sure to distinguish between number two and number five. In number two, it's specific, it's scheduled. We know the exact moment, the exact time an action will happen in the future. But for number five, it's general actions in the future. It is planned, but we don't know the exact time of it. So can you share with us, or can you tell me whether we use the present simple or the present continuous for this type of cases? For Amin, he says it's the present continuous. Amin says it's the present continuous. All right, let me see. Gethika, the sun. Gethika, it's not finished. Both number five, both. All right. I really like this. Love this answer by Hussein. Maybe it's both because we use the present simple also to talk about the future. All right, both are possible. Indeed, both are possible in some cases. All right, both are possible. Getika, can you finish your answer? Because he didn't finish it. Okay, actually, for this one, Hussein, it's the present continuous, and I will give you the difference between the two. We are traveling tomorrow morning. We are traveling tomorrow morning. This is basically just an action, a plan that we took, right? This is a plan, an action that we decided to do in the future. We are using the present continuous. But schedules means exact times. We use the present simple. So for number five, we use the present continuous because it basically it's a plan, but it's just general plan or personal plan. But for scheduled actions, and by scheduled action I mean schedules of football matches, for example, or train departure or arrival, or flights, for example, the landing and the taking off, etc. This is what we mean by scheduled actions, and for scheduled actions we use the present simple, right? I hope the difference between the two is clear for you. I have an example here to showcase the future action using the present continuous. We are traveling tomorrow morning. We are traveling tomorrow morning. Of course, this is not a schedule like a football match or like a train schedule or like a TV program, okay, or like a course, but this is just basically that we will travel tomorrow. Last one, personal facts. First, what is the difference between scientific fact and personal fact? Can someone give me an example of a personal fact? Personal fact. And of course, the most important thing is what do we use? Do we use the present simple or the present continuous? Okay. So what is this? I are watching. Uh, Getika, you should pay a little bit of attention. So we don't say I are Getika, but we say I am watching, right? I am watching TV tonight. But this is a future action, I guess. This is a future action. It's not a scientific fact. Okay. All right, great. So I like fruits or I like the fruits. Very good. I really like this one. So this is a personal, indeed, this is a personal fact. So this is something true about you, but it may be not true about other things. My favorite food is burger, for example. and it's not a general truth. Indeed, you are correct, Hussein. You are absolutely correct. So, personal facts are something that is true about me or about someone, but it's not true about everyone. All right? Not true about everyone. If it's true about everyone, then it's not a personal fact, it's a scientific fact. So, personal fact, we use the present simple. So, I can say, indeed, Amin. Yes, absolutely, you are correct. So, we use the present simple for personal facts. So, for instance, Johnny hates basketball. Johnny hates basketball. All right. So, that was that for that was it for the use. Okay. Okay, that was it for the use of the present simple and the present continuous. So let me probably go back. So we said we use the present simple for habits, for scheduled actions in the past, and for general facts and personal facts. For the present continuous, we use it for something that is happening right now, and for general future actions. Okay, now we will review the form. How do we how do we formulate, how do we uh, conjugate verbs in the present simple and the present continuous? So let's start with the present simple. Do you guys remember the rule of the present simple? Hello, Feiruz. Hello to you. How are you? I'm very excited that more and more people are joining. So I hope you guys will be very interactive in the chat. Okay, so the next thing, so we talked about the difference between when do we use the present simple, when do we use the present continuous. Now we want to talk about, okay, great, my man Fisher. She reads books every day. Great, thank you, Getika, for the example. And Jan, the man is here, but he is late as always. Where have you been? Okay, so Amin says subject plus verb in the present simple. Indeed, but there is something very specific. There is something very specific about the present simple. What do we change? For instance, if you remember for the past simple, we said that we add ed in the end of the verb. We add ed. What about the present simple? What do we add? Okay, so Jan was sleeping, so I hope that you are enjoying your weekend and enjoy. All right. So I will probably reveal the rules. So if you remember, we said that for the sky is blue. Indeed. So for the present simple, we said that for the rule, the basic rule, it's indeed, yes. So I, you, we, they. And this is what I have here. So he, she, it. So we add an S. And for the other pronouns, we don't add anything. Indeed, yes, I mean. So he said for he, she, it, we add S or ES. I totally agree with you. So the verb, for example, let's take the verb learn. So I learn, you learn, he, she, it learns, we, you, they learn. Okay, so you can notice that the verb only changes with he, she, and it. Absolutely, Jan. Indeed, we add an S. Now, what about the negative? What about the negative? Let's see. I like English. He loves Spanish. Can you make these sentences into the negative form? Let's start with the first one. Oh, hi, Sophia. Hello. Very, very happy to see you again. It's been a while. Okay, so the sentence that I'm giving you guys is I like English. Can you tell me what is the negative, or can you transform this sentence to the negative? Indeed, yes. Jan being a smart guy here. So he, she, it learns. Great. I like how everybody is welcoming Sophia and everybody is welcoming Jan. This is what I absolutely love about this community that we are building here. So he doesn't like English. Great. Getika. He doesn't like. I like English. It can't be negative. Great. You can then use the sentence on me. All right. But Getika got it. So for the negative, okay. What about he doesn't like English? What about this one? He loves Spanish. Can you give me the negative of this sentence? He loves Spanish. What is the negative? I'm not light today. What does that mean, light? But it's fine if you don't have a lot of energy, Feiruz. You can just chill and watch and enjoy the rest of this live stream. He doesn't love Spanish. Indeed, yes. So the rule is very simple. So, okay, let me see. I like English, but she doesn't like English. Jan also does not like. You just need an S, Jan. Great. Okay, you already corrected it. Fantastic job. All right. So he, she, it doesn't, and I, you, the rest of the pronouns we say don't or do not. So, for example, I don't like singing. You don't like, or do not like. Yes, indeed, I mean. He, she, it doesn't like singing. We, you, they don't like singing. All right, now for the question. If I want to ask you about I like coffee, I like coffee. Can you make this into a question? What is the question? If I want to ask you if you like coffee, I love coffee. I have coffee right here. What about you guys? Do you like coffee? Indeed, great. So Feiruz already gave us uh, the negative, or yes, the negative. So I don't read my report. It's fine. It's fine. Give yourself a break. I really love the yes. I have this problem too, by the way. Whenever I'm typing on my phone, there are a lot of typos all the time. I mean, do you like coffee? I don't play cricket. Great. We love it. Great. Cheers, Iman. Cheers. Getika, because I am a huge guy. All right. How tall are you? Fisher, I know, or Jan. I know a lot of guys. I've known some guys in Germany. You guys are very tall. Same thing for people in the Netherlands. Like those people are very tall. I don't like coffee. Unfortunately for Feiruz, you are missing a lot. Okay, great. So for the question, indeed, like some of you guys say, so for he, she, it, we say does he, does she, does it. For the rest of the pronouns, we say do I, do you, do we, do they. So let's take an example. Do I like coffee? Do you like coffee? Does he like coffee? Does she like coffee? Does it like coffee? Do we like coffee? Do you like coffee? And do they like coffee? So basically, the only thing that changes is with he, she, and it. I mean, I love it on one condition with milk and then a big part of sugar. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't drink coffee. We drink beer in here. I see. And last month it was Oktoberfest, I think, in Germany. I hope you had your enough of beer there, Jen. Okay. So now for the present continuous. What is the format of the present continuous? So for the present simple, it's he, she, it. We add an S. Very simple. I used to like coffee, but not anymore. Oh, for me, Sophia, I never get enough of coffee. I think this is my third cup of coffee for today. This is my third cup of coffee. Um, all right. Okay, so what about the present continuous now, guys? I like how, how it just moved to. Interesting, right? Maybe we can have like a little chit chat at the end of the live stream. I really even concur. Great, great. So I hope you had enough during your Oktoberfest. All right, great. So for the present continuous, Of course, I love to teach. I hope that's your question. Do I love to teach? I enjoy teaching. I really love teaching, especially when I have people like you guys, like with whom I'm having a lot of fun. So for the present continuous, we use or is or are depending on the subject. So I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, plus the verb ing. So I can say, for example, I am. All right, it's fine, Feroz. I am. Okay, is this an example? Probably. Okay, you gave us an example. All right. So my sister is calling me right now. So my sister, she is plus verb ing. I mean, 3 cups of coffee. You have challenged that. All right. Yes, I really love coffee, and I'm sure this will not be my last one. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you. So I am. Okay, I will drinking coffee. Interesting, Jan. So I am drinking coffee right now. If I want to use the negative, what can I say? Can you put this sentence in the negative? I am drinking coffee right now. I am drinking coffee. Can you guys put this? Thank you, Amin. Can you guys tell me what is the negative of this sentence? I'm going to study English. Don't pay attention with this sentence, Getika, because this is not the present continuous. This is actually the future. I am going to. This is the future, right? I mean, I'm not drinking coffee. I'm listening to your live stream right now. Great. I'm not drinking coffee now. Indeed. Can someone give me again? So Amin gave us his suggestion. I'm not drinking. What about the rest of you guys? What is the negative for this sentence? I'm not drinking coffee. Oh wow! So you are working in an aerospace company. How amazing! Wow. So you must be an engineer then, Jan. Is that your job? You are an engineer. I'm listening to music now. Great. So you are listening to music and hearing us. Wow. All right. So for the negative, we say is are not plus the verb ing, right? Plus the verb ing. So I can say I am not drinking. I am drinking. I am not drinking. You are listening. You are not listening. He is enjoying. He is not enjoying. So this is basically how we move from the present to the from the affirmative to the negative. Oh wow, very well. For the interrogative, for the question, we said that we switch the subject and the. I'm a scientist and a designer. Oh wow, what kind of design do you do? Because I do design as well. So for the interrogative, we say I am is are plus subject. So we reverse. So am I drinking coffee? Are you drinking coffee? Is he drinking coffee? Etc. Etc. All right. So let us see a quick exercise. I know that you guys. All right. Not you don't doing, but you are not going. You are not going, Getika. Machines. I see. So probably you work with AutoCAD and those kind of software. I find them very very difficult to work with. I do design myself, Jen. You can visit me on Instagram. So anyone here who likes drawing, I draw, I paint. You can visit me on Instagram if you like. You can see my drawings there. Interesting. Okay, so I have for you a quick exercise. Let us work on the exercise and then we can chat, guys. So I have a quick exercise for you. Basically, are you writing your letter now? Okay, so I have 5 sentences for you, and for the verb, I have different, or I have for you 4 suggestions. So let's start with number 1. Right now, she reads, she is reading, or she are reading a book. Okay, so she is reading. I mean, same answer. She is reading. What about the rest of you guys? What do you think? So is it she reads, she read, she is reading, or she are reading? Iman, where have you been? Have you been sleeping? All right, indeed. So she is reading. This is my name. So this is my Instagram. Hamza Jatte art. I do art right there, right? Um, okay, so you can follow me there. She reads. Okay, Getika. But pay attention, Getika, because we have the word now, all right? Meaning, this is the present sim. This is the present continuous, like Art Sim said. Jan also said she is, meaning she is reading. All right. Number two, she is reading. Sophia, absolutely. Number two, the bus arrive. The bus arrives. The bus is arriving, or the bus are arriving at 8 a.m. every day. So what do you think? Number two. Indeed, Artium, because we have right now. You are absolutely correct. Is arriving. Getika. Okay. Feiruz says two. Number two, arrive. Lulu says arrives. And my friend Jan says arrive. All right, let's see. It arrives indeed. Basically, okay, Iman, indeed. Okay. So let me just explain. So number one, we have right now. So this is the present continuous. And we have she, so is reading, not are reading. And number two, the bus arrives. So here every day. So this is a habit or routine, and also this is a schedule. All right. So we use the present continuous. Number three. They travels, is traveling, or are traveling to different countries every summer. Every summer, Getika. Every summer. This is something that repeats. This is something that repeats. They travel. Feiruz, they travel. Iman, they travel. Okay. Shall we reveal the answer? Artium, they travel. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Amin. Yes. All right. Great. So indeed, they travel. Why did we use the present simple here? Because we have every summer. This is a routine, though it repeats once in a year, but still this is a routine, right? Are traveling Lulu? Not really actually. Because Lulu we have, and Lulu and also Getika, because we have every summer. Whenever you have an action that repeats every day, every week, every summer, you should use the present simple. Indeed, yes. Okay. Number four. The kids always plays, playing, are playing in the park after school. I hope it's clear for you, both Lulu and Getika. I hope it's clear for you. Otherwise, if you want me to repeat the explanation, please let me know. Okay, play, Getika, play. Great. Getika, now you got it correct. Number four, Feiruz, play. Fisher, play. Kind, play. Indeed. So for the first one, indeed, it is play because we have always. So always mean this is a habit. What about the second verb? But now they study. They studies. They are studying or they is studying for their exam. Feiruz says for the second verb, they are studying. What about the rest of you guys? They are studying, or what other verb should we use? Number two, the second verb. Anyone? I have one answer by Feiruz, who says are studying. Oh, no, it's not on pause. I mean, is it? No, I'm watching it also. I'm watching myself, right? Just to make sure that everything is going well. So I don't have any problem. Let me know if. Okay, great. I'm glad it's. Oh no, no, it's not really. Is it in pause? Art studying. Okay, great. So let's reveal it. Indeed, it's are studying because we have now, right? Something that they are doing right now. Okay, let me now go to the last one. The last one. Listen, the birds are singing, or is singing, or sing, or sings in the garden. Listen, listen, right? So when I ask you to listen, what does that mean? Hey, listen. The birds sing, sings, is singing, or are singing. I mean, says are singing. My friend Jan says are singing. Lulu, your the tense is correct, but for birds we have plural, so we cannot say the birds is. We should say the birds are if you want to use that. Jan the man says are, and Iman says are. Feiruz also says are singing. Okay, let's reveal. Indeed, you guys. Okay, Getika, perfect, are singing. Okay, I have one last task for you guys. So let me put myself in the corner again. Okay. Oh, no, no, you should be sure, Jan, you got it correct. So for the last sentence or for the last exercise, I want you to finish the sentence. So every day what is something that you do every day? For me, for example, every day I exercise at the gym. This is my example. What about you guys? What is something that you do every day? Number two, as I watch this live stream, I and finish. For example, all right. Okay, but Feiruz, if I ask you, if I say, "Hey, listen," this means right now. Hey, listen. It is now, right? It's implied in the verb listen, right? This means that the action is happening exactly at the same time that we are talking, me and you. Every day I do exercises. Amin says every day I do practice. Okay. What about the rest of you guys? Maybe I will delete my answers so that they don't confuse you. Maybe they confused you my answers. Those are just my answers, right? So don't. Okay, I will delete them. All right. Iman, for example, says number two. So let's first start with Lulu. Every day I exercise and then go back to Iman. As I watch this live stream, I'm eating lunch. Great. Enjoy. Enjoy. Right. As I watch this live stream, I'm eating lunch. All right. Okay. I removed my answers so that they don't confuse you. So every day I tell us something that you do every day. As I watch this live stream, so tell us something that you are doing right now as you are watching this live stream. Number three, interesting personal fact. Tell us something about yourself, anything. For me, for example, this is the interesting fact that I want to tell you about myself, which is that come on, oops, I like to paint digitally. I like to paint. And for future plan, tomorrow I am traveling. So we are using the present simple, the present continuous for these different sentences. So what about the rest of you guys? So every day I read the newspaper, Feiruz. Lulu, as Lulu is watching this live stream, she is eating. Every day I sleep, of course. Great, Getika. I really love this example. So this is a personal fact. I don't, though, Getika, we should say I don't drink, right? I don't drink. For the present simple, we don't add ing. I don't drink coffee. This is a personal fact about Getika. I am focusing with my teacher. Great. Okay. I'm focusing with my teacher. Great. So now, as I'm watching, any future plans? Anyone has any future plans, or you guys don't think about the future? You like to live the present? Jan, every day I learn Russian and English. Oh wow, how is Russian going? How is Russian going? I know that your English is very good, so I know that you are doing a fantastic job with English. But what about Russian? Russian, maybe Artyom can be your teacher. Where is Artyom? Artyom, our man Jan needs some help. I like being with my family. This is a personal fact about Amin. I like being with my family. Great. So, a family man. All right. What about the rest of you guys? Again, so share with us something you do every day. Share with us something you are doing right now as you are watching this live stream. Number three, share with us any personal fact about yourself that you want to share with us. And finally, give us any future plans that you are planning to do. Maybe traveling to Rabat these days. Interesting. I'm traveling to New York. Enjoy. Same for you. I mean, enjoy your stay in. Russian is hard. Why don't you try? Oh, really? Is it easy? I don't know. I've never tried learning Russian. I don't learn languages just because I really I don't see why I should. All right, is reading. Getika. So can you also add the subject Getika? Who is reading? Is it your friend? Is it someone from your family? Is it you? And if it's you, you should say I am. So if you can please always make sure your sentence has a subject and a verb. All right. These are very important. For Getika's answer here, it only has the verb. Okay. Okay. So let's just maybe take one last answer. Okay. I hope it's still clear for you. All right, we are almost at the end of the live stream. All right, so if anyone want to share, so I will probably open a little, so I will stay for something like 5 minutes or so. If you guys want to catch up, if you want to chat with each other, if you want to ask any questions, I'm here. I will stay here for like 5 or 10 minutes to answer your questions about English. If you have any questions, please let us know. And because that was it for today's live stream about um the present simple versus the present continuous. So is arriving. Getika, I still don't see any subject in your sentences. So can you please make sure you add the subject to your sentences? Yes. So if you have any questions, please let us know for the second for the next. Oh wow! Thank you, Amin. That's very kind of you. And of course, don't forget that on our website we are having free ebooks. And by the way, we also have a WhatsApp channel. If you want to join us on WhatsApp, we share some PDFs there. We share pictures, we share images. Uh, indeed, I agree with you, Iman. Yeah. Russian are different letters, hard to read and write. Indeed, this is why I'm avoiding all that trouble because that's another script that you should learn. You should learn the Russian script. Where is Getika? Where is Artsim? Artsim can tell us can give us some tips to learn Russian. All right. Are there any questions? I'm here. I'm here to answer your questions. Great. And by the way, yes, so if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment. I will make sure to answer them. Of course, also, if you have any if you have any suggestions for us, if there is any topic that interests you in English that you want me to cover in the next live streams, also. I know the meme. 42 is the answer to all questions. I know this meme. Interesting. Okay. Yes, must help us. She, I think she is a she. Time expressions of present continuous. We have just now. Yes, we can use just. We can use now. We can use right now. We can use at this moment. Right. We can use at this moment. And believe it or not, Feiruz, I will give you another one. So I can say right now or now. I can use at this moment, or believe it or not, I can also use these days. These days. So I can say these days I am. So these days I am learning Spanish, for example. These days, I'm not learning it right now as I speak, but I'm learning it these days, right? So these are just some examples of sentences or of expressions that we use with the present continuous. All right. If you have again any more questions or any more, uh, no, don't worry, Iman. I'm not. I'm just giving example. So if you have any questions, any suggestions for the future topics, please let us know. I will be more than happy to answer them. And by the way, so for Feiruz, I can also say currently. I just checked it. So I can say currently, all right? Currently, meaning at these days. Currently is also we use it for. Where have you been learning English that well? Oh, thank you. Basically, well, believe it or not, I will give you my own story with English. Basically, I started learning English during high school. In the first year of high school, I didn't understand anything in the English classes. I absolutely, it was like hearing Chinese or something. It was absolutely ununderstandable for me. And then I started listening to music. And this is why I always encourage you guys to learn English through stories or through music. Always learn English or any language that you want to learn it, expose yourself to it. If you want to learn English, expose yourself to English. If you want to learn Spanish, expose yourself to Spanish. If you want to learn Russian, expose yourself to Russian. And what do I mean by expose yourself to it? Listen to music in that language, read articles in that language, listen to stories in that language, listen to the news in that language, right? And this way, you can you can start like learning it little by little. So I started with music. So I started learning liking the music because I love music and I love songs. So I started being more interested in English, right? And after that, I majored in English in university, and I got a master's degree in linguistics and advanced English studies. So I'm English is not my first language, but I studied it for years, and now I teach English in high school. All right, about S and past simple and past continuous like today. Indeed, yes, mostly. But I will try to change it because I take some notes about what happens during the session so that I can change some things. Indeed, yes. Every day I get up early in the morning. Getika is always giving us some wonderful examples in the chat. But okay, this is a very interesting thing. I really love this comment by Jen. So they speak too fast. And I completely agree with you. So when you start, for example, listening to podcasts in the language that you want to learn, you will notice that they speak very fast. If I listen, if I want to, for example, if I want to learn Spanish and I listen to the news in Spanish, I will not understand anything. So one thing that you can do to overcome this is to use subtitles. If you are, for instance, I will take Jan as an example because I'm answering Jan now. So Jan is learning Russian. Jan can start watching Russian movies with subtitles in English or in German, depending on your language. Okay, and day by day, you will start picking up even the fast language. You can start understanding it, right? So this is how I learned English, to be honest. Every day, my mom makes lunch. Again, get the guy like surprising us with some wonderful examples. All right. So I think what about the next sessions, guys? Uh, Especially for vocabulary. Can you suggest some topics for vocabulary? New in English. Well, I don't understand them. But fine, that's fine. The fact that you can understand me means that you can understand it. And again, you should give it some time. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Uh, for example, let's take babies, little kids, all right, little kids. When they just start learning the language, of course, you cannot speak with them in full sentences. You can just speak to them in like very tiny words because they are just being exposed to the language. They hear you speak. But as they grow older and older, they start to understand more and more. Okay, and then they start to speak more and more. Amin says, I start learning English in Duolingo. I don't know, but I use Duolingo. I don't recommend it, to be honest. I really don't recommend it. Um, I recommend maybe other applications. I'm not doing an ad, by the way. This is not an ad, but I recommend maybe Rosetta Stone, for example. But just learning it through videos, through music, through movies is a lot better, to be honest with you. Lulu, try to read in 1 hour every day and hear at the same time the book. Indeed, that's a very good technique to do that. Yes. Yeah. Uh, so I will go back to my case. For me, what I started to do is listen to music. Of course, music sometimes even English people, even American people, they don't understand the words. So what I used to do, I listen to the music a lot, and then I go to Google and I try to find the words, the lyrics of the song, and then I memorize the song. So now I can sing while I'm listening to the music. And with this, I started learning more and more words. And I started understanding more and more English. German. Okay, German is very, very difficult. I tried learning German and I almost lost my mind, especially with the case system. So the words change depending if it's a like subject or object or it, after preposition is right for reading and pronunciation. I agree with you. Very useful. Of course it is. Great. So I think with that, guys, I think we arrived to the end of this live stream, of this amazing live stream. Thank you so much, guys, for the energy. I really enjoyed every moment that I spent with you guys. Thank you so much for all the interaction. Don't forget to visit me on Instagram if you want to see my art, or on YouTube if you want to see my other videos, my personal videos. Otherwise, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, Woo English. Make sure also to visit our website, wooenglish.com, to benefit from some free ebooks, and of course to join our WhatsApp channel. So with that, we arrive to the end of this beautiful live stream. I will see you on Wednesday. Don't forget to join us on Wednesday, a new vocabulary session. Thank you so much, guys, and see you when I see you. Thank you so much.